Hey, this is Nityanand, and this is a video demo for the CSC480 Artificial Intelligence assignment number 4, which is the random baby name generator. To begin this code, I will first show you the working demo of the entire program. RNG stands for random name generator. As you can see, it first asks you the choice of the gender, which is M for male or F for female. So I have coded it down for any caps or non-caps, so it should work fine. Then it would ask you the amount of names that you want it to generate, like the total number of names. For example, I give 10 names, and then the minimum length, which should be greater than 2. So I put 4. The maximum length of the name, 8, and these are the lists. So this is for the female names. I'll also go ahead and give you an example for the male names. Maximum number of names 10, minimum length 4, same 8. So these are all male names. So as you can see, the female names end with Y, A and H, or NA, or LE, or AH again, and E. So there are specific patterns that differentiate the female names from the male names. As you can see, the male names end with O or IN, or this for example, this kind of name is a very random, like 1 in a 10 odd mishappens. So this sounds like a female name, but it is actually a male name. Pray. I said that. Okay, so to move on to the code, basically I create a couple of methods that are that call each definition, each function, which is explained down here below. So basically this file location obtains the type of the data set, which is the boy's name or the girl's name that's given in the data set, the total number of names, the minimum length of the name, the max length, and then the names, like the names from the file, which is the data set, and then the holder of the names. The holder is the final list that follows the Markov order. And then so each time you run this, so for example, this method in particular is the setting the data type. So I have put it for either the non-caps or the caps, and then to take the boys' names for the M and the girls' names for the F, and then followed by total number of names. So the total number of names collects the user's input for the total number of names that is required by the user. So we initialize by 0, and then if it's less than 0, we force the loop to collect and then check if it's a digit in total, and then set that as the quantity of the names as required. Then following that is the minimum and the maximum length. The minimum length is assigned as -1 because if you assume 0 or 1 to be the start of the character as the first character of the name, then we have to prefix it with __ as required by the professor. So we put it to -1 as the start of the entire name because that's the first underscore, and 0 would be the second underscore, and since this is Python, the start of the entire string would be at 1. So when the minimum name length is less than 2, which is a requirement that I have put in here, you can only input a value that's greater than 2, and the max works the same, so which is less than 2, and then the requirement is less than 2 by the compiler because it's -1, and then you should obtain the maximum length given by the user. And then from the M or the F that's selected, so if you select M, you open that file, and then to read the lower, and then split the names. And then the name holder is where the entire Markov orders process happens. So for every name in this list of names that we have, every name is not equal to, so if a name does not have this, then you append every single name with this in the beginning, and then the name itself, and then suffixed by this again. and then we have an array that has that we use to separate each string, and then neglect each of the double underscores in the beginning and the end, and we store them in a separate array, so that array is then passed on to the output list, the list that holds the entire list of the randomly generated letters, the characters. So in this we have a default prefix as the underscore, and we detect each name to be prefixed with this, and if it is, then we obtain that, and at the end we identify the first underscore, which is a suffix, as there are two suffixes for the underscores. So when we identify the first suffix, we break that in our string and then add that as the output name. And this list is the printer that prints all the names in the list. So thank you for watching the video. Hope you liked it. Until next time. Bye bye.